Teisha Bader with Shalom TV's news update from Monday, July the 14th, 2014. Rockets continue to rain down over Israel, with over 100 rockets fired into the country this weekend and more today. Yesterday, a 16-year-old boy was seriously injured by shrapnel from a rocket that fell in Ashkelon. He remains in the intensive care unit where his condition is said to have stabilized. And a 50-year-old man was lightly wounded by another rocket in the city. A total of 3 rockets were also fired into Israel from Lebanon this weekend and this morning. Israel struck back at targets across the border. And a rocket from Syria was also fired into Israel last night. IDF forces responded with artillery fire at Syrian army positions. Today, an IDF soldier was lightly wounded by fragments of a rocket in the Eshkol Regional Council, and an 8-year-old boy was lightly wounded by another rocket in a residential part of Ashdod. And several rockets were intercepted over the greater Tel Aviv area today by the Iron Dome missile defense system. The IDF also confirmed today that Hamas fired at an Israeli tank near the security fence in the northern Gaza Strip. The IDF said the missile was successfully intercepted by the Trophy active protection system installed on the tank, and no injuries or damage was reported. Hamas had claimed that it had destroyed the tank entirely. Earlier today, Hamas launched an unmanned aerial vehicle, or UAV, towards southern Israel from Gaza. Israeli forces shot down the UAV with a Patriot missile defense battery over Ashdod. Israeli Defense Minister Moshe Ya'alon said the IAF shooting down Hamas's drone is an example of the IDF's readiness in the face of their attempts to harm us in any way they can. Ya'alon said, "We will continue to hit hard at Hamas and the other Gaza terror organizations until we ensure the security of our citizens." And Israel's Air Force continued its counterattacks on Hamas in Gaza this weekend and today, hitting over 200 terror targets there as Operation Protective Edge entered its 7th day today. The IDF has also alerted tens of thousands of residents in the northern part of Gaza to vacate their homes ahead of more airstrikes. Despite the ongoing rocket attacks from Gaza, over 20 Palestinians, including 8 children from Gaza, are currently being treated at Rambam Hospital in Israel. The Rambam Healthcare Campus in Haifa provides medical care to patients from Gaza and the Palestinian Authority year-round, and medical cooperation between Israel and the PA continues now. Coordinator for Palestinian patients coming to Rambam, Yazid Falach, said that despite the security situation and despite the fact that both sides are fighting, all continues as usual in the realm of medical cooperation. He said, "Even in times of war, we continue to receive patients and give them the care they need, children and adults." And the Jewish Agency is organizing a summer camp for thousands of children and teens from Israel's south that has been hard hit in particular by rocket attacks. 10,000 children from towns like Ofakim, Be'er Tuvia, Gan Yavne, and recent immigrants from Jewish Agency immigrant absorption centers in Beersheba, Ashkelon, Ashdod, Kiryat Gat, and Shar HaNegev will participate in the summer camp this week away from the line of rocket fire in an initiative sponsored by the support of the Jewish Federations of North America. A pro-Palestinian rally in Paris turned violent yesterday as several thousand demonstrators gathered to show their support for the Palestinian people and their protest of Israel. Protesters carried Palestinian flags and a fake rocket on which was written "resistance." Clashes erupted when at the end of the march, a group of protesters tried to force their way into a Paris synagogue with bats and chairs, fighting with security officers. About 150 people were reportedly in the synagogue at the time and remained trapped there until police were able to disperse the crowd. 6 police officers and at least 2 members of the local Jewish community were injured and several arrests of protesters were made. A second synagogue was also reportedly targeted in the area. French Prime Minister Manuel Valls condemned the attempted synagogue attacks in the strongest possible terms. He said such acts targeting places of worship are unacceptable. And here in the U.S., the Los Angeles Jewish Journal reported that a rally in Los Angeles showing support for Israel took a violent turn yesterday when several men carrying Palestinian flags and sticks reportedly attacked some of the rally participants. 4 of the men were arrested. The LA event, called We Stand United with Israel, took place yesterday afternoon at the Federal Building in Los Angeles with close to 2,000 participants. It was said to be one of the largest pro-Israel rallies that LA has had. It was organized by the Israel American Council and the organization Stand With Us. And turning now to our Shalom TV programming for tonight, Monday, July the 14th. At 8 o'clock, American Jewish Committee's Director of International Jewish Affairs, Rabbi Andrew Baker, moderates a panel discussion on anti-Semitism in Europe, together with the Consul Generals of Spain, Sweden, Hungary, and Poland. And that's Shalom TV's news update from Monday, July the 14th, 2014. I'm Teisha Bader.